Alright, what's up guys? This is just a quick video responding to some misinformed comments that I received on my video explaining why proof that calisthenics works, right? That calisthenics builds muscle. Now, the video, firstly, let me just explain. The video's intention was to educate people that all you need is a resistance. Okay, you need resistance, whether that resistance is weight, whether that resistance is body weight, it does not matter. Resistance will build muscle. And I showed my experience, my true experience, right? What I did to train, right? I'm not gonna lie about my experience. I mean, what do I benefit from lying, right? If I've got a channel based on education, what would I benefit from lying? But it vexed me getting these comments, these stupid comments. I got this comment from two people, right? Basically saying that I'm capping, right? I'm saying that I'm lying, that I was doing pull-ups at the same time or whatever. Guys, I did not start training pull-ups till I was like 18, no joke. I did pulling exercise. I did pull-ups at some point when I was 16, like just turning 17, right? For like 4 weeks, no joke, 4 maybe 5 weeks. But I never took pull-ups seriously, like for real. Like I said, 4 or 5 weeks, guys. Same with like, I mean, I did pulling exercises, like I did deadlifts for 2 months, right? I did deadlifts for, normally I used to just test my lifts by doing deadlifts, but I only did deadlift for 2 months. All right, just so you guys understand my training, my pulling was not incorporated properly until I was 18, right? I went from 9 years old doing like leg training. 12 years old, I did some curls when I was 12. I did it like, I think 3 or 4 times, like no joke, like just 3 or 4 days is in I did curls. And then because I didn't have proper motivation, I didn't know what I was doing. But other than that, when I was 14, I was just doing push-ups, right? Whenever I went to the gym, if I ever got to sneak in, I was doing bench press and shoulder press. That was it. I was never doing any pulling exercises. All right, anyway, I want to respond to this comment, these 2 comments. All right, so one of the comments is saying that it seems like cat, right? When you basically said that all I did was push-ups and somehow I got biceps, right? Firstly, in case you don't know, everybody has biceps. It just matters the size of your biceps, right? And he's saying, just say you did pull-ups, bro, that's still calisthenics. The point of this video was my experience, not calisthenics itself was my experience. I didn't even buy a pull-up bar till last year, right? Even in my transformation of training, I didn't even do pull-ups right the whole time, right? I did not do pull-ups for ages. All right, I never understood pull-ups. I never trained my back, like no joke. That's why I had so many back injuries. Anyway, in case you don't know, actually I'm gonna say this on the next one. Anyway, the point is, right, it's like you do have biceps. Everyone has biceps, and your triceps are 2/3 of your arms. So by having big triceps, you will look like you have big biceps, trust me. But also, if you got decent genetics, you're already going to look like you have decent biceps. As I said, I did curls when I was 12, right? Now I didn't do curls for a long period of time, but I still did. I think I did it for like 4 days, right? No joke. This guy told me this thing about like growing biceps. So I thought, all right, cool, let me start doing curls. So I did curls like 4 times in total. I did 50 curls 4 times, no joke. Like this is, yeah. But that was when I was 12. Notice how my transformation was between 14 and 15. All right, second comment. All right, now this one infuriated me more than the first one. The first one didn't even get me vexed. I just thought the person was like miseducated. But this video vexed me because you can't just call me out and say I'm straight up lying. All right, listen. Firstly, I don't have developed lats. I'm going to show you guys my lat spread, right? So you can see how tiny my lats were then compared to now that I have been doing pull-ups for almost a year. I've been doing pull-ups for, I think, maybe 10 months. Still not an entire year, guys, just so you understand, all right? So obviously, I know genetics play a role, right? But anyway, the point is, as I said, I did not have a pull-up till sometime pull-up bar till sometime last year. I wasn't going to the park because back then I used to feel embarrassed, right, to be going to the park, and I wasn't able to go to the gym. Sometimes I snuck into the gym, but I didn't sneak into the gym until after that video, because that video was literally just from doing push-ups. Like, as I said, if I could go to the gym, I would have, and I probably would have done pulling exercises, but I didn't have the money nor the facilities for that. All right, but anyway, he said you can't have developed lats, which I didn't, and biceps from push-ups. I did have biceps, right? Now I want to just educate all of you guys about something called myostatin. I want to do a video on this because it's like the fastest pathway to building muscle, right? Myostatin is a gene/protein, right, which basically suppresses the amount of muscle you have to protect your tendons and your joints and stuff, right? Pretty much just to protect your tendons. It also increases the amount of fat you have, right? So if you're skinny fat, you probably have a lot of myostatin. Now, one thing I do want to say is sub-Saharan Africans, black people, right, have like the highest amounts of myostatin deficiencies on average, right? Average, as I said, I don't want no race superiority. I'm just saying on average, right? So because of that, right, you already have low myostatin, meaning that you're likely to build more muscle. But But another way to suppress your myostatin levels for anybody, any race, ethnicity, is through training. You see, when you train, your myostatin levels decrease up to 44%, right? The highest was 44%. That's almost half your myostatin levels gone. Now, this drop in myostatin only lasts for 8 hours, okay? After the 8 hours, it goes back to normal levels. So if you train twice a day, morning and evening, you will suppress your myostatin levels. Okay, meaning that you'll build muscle much faster. Now, as I said, I was doing push-ups, 250 push-ups every single morning, 250 push-ups every single evening. Now, on top of that, right, in case you don't know, if you suppress myostatin, your muscles will experience hypertrophy without even needing to work out. This is how amazing the myostatin pathway to building muscle is, right? I don't know if you've seen these kids that look ridiculously ripped, right? It's because of a myostatin deficiency. They don't even train. They don't even work out. They just look crazy ripped. They had a study, right, where they had 2 rats and they removed the myostatin gene from one of the rats. And you just see the difference in the muscle between both rats, right? Simply through reducing the myostatin, not through training the other rat. So, as I said, me training this much and this frequently reduced my myostatin, which would have led to muscle growth elsewhere, which is also the reason why I had a decent physique at 14 before even starting, was because I used to do a bunch of leg training, a bunch of plyometrics, a bunch of training, which just, and intense as well, which suppressed my myostatin levels, which led to some hypertrophy in my upper body. Alright, so don't leave me wild comments unless you're educated. Anyways, B for Flex, and I'm out.
B for Flex.